Whenever I was on the streets, I had to put on this face of being a big, tough guy. And I couldn't drop my barriers. I had to be a person that no one would mess with. When I left home for the first time, I was 13 years old. I had just come out to my grandmother, and that didn't work out very well. I just didn't feel much acceptance. And so I left and promptly was picked up by the police. You go out on the streets, you have no idea where's a safe place to stay and who to trust, who to be around. It's definitely a lot of trial and error, mostly error. To be seen as a street kid is not the most pleasant of experiences. It means that people are constantly either looking down at you or ignoring you. It makes you feel like less of a person. You feel invisible, you feel like nobody really cares that you're there, or worse, that they just, wish you weren't there. And that's probably the worst part about being a street kid.
What I see with a lot of our young people is that you get what you project onto them. When you expect people to be disrespectful and rude to you, what you end up doing is you treat them like they're gonna act like that, and then that's the response that you get. But when you come at somebody and you say, like, you are a person of value and a person who has gifts and a person who is strong, that's what you're gonna see too, because that's the truth of the young people we work with here. They're gifted and they're smart and they're talented. And if people are just willing to be open to seeing that, I think they really will.
Coming to New Horizons, you kind of expect from a Christian drop-in center that, they might not be as accepting towards the LGBT community. When you tell them your new pronoun, and they just look at you going, yeah, okay, cool. It's kind of amazing.
If you don't have a safe place to lay your head at night, it's really hard to think about getting a job. If your stomach is growling because you haven't eaten in 3 days, it's really hard to think about anything but getting food. And so before we can talk about helping people to a sustainable life, we have to ask, what are the basic needs that need to be met first?
We just wait for them to tell us they're ready, and it's like, boom, from there, just, whatever you need, we're here.
A lot of that is where I get to come in case management, help people with those next steps beyond just getting a shower, and ask, what kind of job do you think you might want? And let's make a resume together, and how can we help you in treatment or getting your mental health needs met? Some other programs that we have here are job training programs, which are a huge thing for young people who have no job experience but are already 21, 22 years old, helping people take that step towards getting out of this place and getting other jobs.
I've always been an introvert. I've never really been one to talk to people. But since working at Street Bean, it kind of taught me how to connect with people more.
We're able to walk alongside them into career and into young adulthood, and maybe even beyond that, in a healthy way.
I watch young people every day accomplish things that are really important to them and that lead them to sustainability.
I didn't have a decent support structure, and they showed me that I can build that. Now I look back on that and I'm just so thankful, because it helped me realize that there are people who want to help me and have helped me. And there's always people who, I can find that would want to help me. And it makes me want to help other people.